So today we have a very special session from Arif Pai. The topic is the power to see good, and Rakhi Ben played a very suitable song as per today's topic. Thank you, Rakhi Ben. So this topic is based on the whole week Murlis that we have read, and what all Baba has covered, to see goodness in others, not just others. We have to see the goodness in the self and others, and also the atmosphere, and start being goodness. When we see goodness in others, right? That means we ourselves have goodness within, right? So we will get more clarity, information from the experienced, Arif Bhai. So, Arif Bhai, please take over the session. Thank you.
Santi. So we often, read a lot of things, including the Murlis. And the challenge usually, we like most of the things that we read. We appreciate it. And the issue comes when we need to apply it. And so one of the things that we try to do is to be able to extract something that is practical and put it in practice in a very simple way. Because to remember everything, there is a lot of things that we read. To remember them, I don't think it's very beneficial also. I think to imbibe is more important. But at the same time, we have to practice. So this is one of those attempts where I've tried to take the essence of what Baba says and see how can we look at it in a way that can help us to actually do what Baba wants us to do, which is basically transform ourselves and transform others. And it's not a small job because we have a lot of sanskars that are there. And we see other people also with these eyes. So I think that's where the challenge lies, and that's where maybe if we put a little bit of focus, we are able to then see the results of what we are doing. So we'll start by taking one of the passage from the Murli of 18th of February 1986. One of those sentences, quite profound, I feel. And I'll just read what Baba actually mentioned. I think these things are seen better in a big screen, but you might be on your phone, so I'll just read them to you. So Baba says that these great sanskars will then automatically finish weak sanskars. So how many times have you tried to work on your sanskars? Baba proposes us that when we focus on the great sanskars, they will automatically finish weak sanskars. Baba says, don't spend time anymore. Then don't spend any more time killing those sanskars. With the fruit of service, from the power of that fruit, they will automatically die. So focus on helping, focus on the goodness, and automatically everything will come back to the original self. So this is an approach that Baba has proposed, and I thought, let me just look at this approach and see if we can do something about it, and see some results, not just that I will practice this. Yeah, I'll practice this, but what is it that you are expecting to get? Just like when you go to a doctor, you get medication, and then you see the symptoms change. Yeah. In the same way, when we take up a particular practice, the reason that we take up that practice is there is something that needs to be healed or shifted. So I really love this part, and I thought, let's explore this. But in order for us to understand where those sanskars come from, the weak sanskars, we need to understand what's going on in time. So let's first explore this aspect a little bit deeper so that we can understand how we can work on the solution. So what is Ravan's kingdom? Baba says, no, Iron Age is the kingdom of Ravan. What happens in the kingdom of Ravan? Please, we can be interactive. Don't hesitate to speak. What happens in the kingdom of Ravan?
People quarrel each other, fight each other, become thorns each other, and prick each other.
Exactly, exactly. In the
Vices
kingdom,
overpowers virtues.
vices overpowers virtues. Yes. Yeah. What else? In the
Ancient.
kingdom of
Yes,
Ravan,
too
yes,
many religions, too many
there are too many
languages, too many
religions, too
castes,
many, yeah,
too many political leaders.
yeah, and so many opinions also, no? Because of too many, then that means opinions, and that means my opinion and your opinion, and therefore conflict. Yeah. What else? This is Ravan's kingdom, right? We need to understand, and this is
Yes.
not, yeah,
See only defects of others.
yeah, defect. Look at just the defect automatically. Yeah. Not only that, but find defects. Why? In the kingdom of Ravan, find defects from others. Why? In the kingdom of Ravan, if somebody goes down, you feel that you're going up. So if you find fault in other, that means you become better. You know, how much like wildfire. Whenever you hear somebody did something wrong, it spreads like wildfire within. Yesterday only we were talking about some issue, and in the morning it was few people, in the afternoon more people, in the evening everybody knew. So you don't have to say anything. It just spreads by itself. And what is there in the social media today? Anybody's fault can go across the world within seconds. Yeah. And everything is finished. Yeah. This is Ravan's world. Yeah. Ravan's world depends on falsehood. The foundation of that world is body consciousness, which is dependent on falsehood. Yeah. So it thrives with lies. Yeah. Now you can see even those people in position, the leaders of the world, they thrive from misinformation. They thrive from you know, of openly being corrupt, and that's what it's all about. That's Ravan's well. So it's good that we know about it. And this point that, this world is for pricking one another, giving pain and giving sorrow, Ravan's world. The lesson that is there is that this is very good to know. It's very good to know. Okay. Now, where is Ravan's world? where is this Ravan's world? It's only in Mumbai, Delhi, not in Mount Abu.
Across the world. Mhm.
Yeah. So Ravan's world is everywhere. It's his kingdom, right? So everywhere, in our homes, at workplace, in every town, every city, every place, Ravan's world is everywhere. There is no place that is not Ravan's world. Ravan's world is even inside us, not only outside, even inside us. And that is what is known. This is normal for this point of time. That's how life is going to be. Okay. But there was a shift in awareness, there was a shift in this awareness that if I know that this is Ravan's kingdom, and if I know that the intention behind this world is to give pain and sorrow, yeah, pain and sorrow to myself, pain and sorrow to others. If I know this, yeah. So imagine you are talking to someone and you recognize that we are going through this stage where the normal way of dealing with people is to create pain and sorrow for others. Let's say you are told that somebody will come in 2-3 minutes, and that person is living in this world, Ravan's world, and he or she has come fully prepared to give you pain and sorrow. Okay? Just imagine. And then when that person comes and starts speaking, of course, you will start realizing, because you know that this is how Ravan's world is, and this is how people behave in this world. Imagine that we were just completely, there was no Baba, it's just Ravan's world. Yeah. When that person comes to you and knowing that this is what the world is, and this is how people behave in this world, how are you going to react? How are you going to react? If I told you somebody will come at this time and this person is from Ravan's world, and that person's intention is to cause you pain and sorrow, how would you react? They're not going to harm you. They're just going to cause you pain and sorrow. How would you react?
It's each to each. Maybe first reaction could be if, if it's an a wise soul would say, okay, this is going to be happening. It doesn't matter to me. Let me just put a full stop from the space of just accepting it. That's the way it is. The second is probably you may react the same way because you're also coming from the same kingdom.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Vijitba?
Yeah, so reaction is based on my state of mind. So if my state of mind is good, if I'm able to balance it well, then of course, if the other person is getting angry or shouting, then I would think that, okay, this person is being ruled by Ravan. So
Mm.
that thought of, that particular thought will help me ease my uh, anger down or make me calm down.
Mm.
I may not react in the same way, of course.
Let me twist the story. Okay. Let's say, for example, because Ravan world is world of lies, right? Okay. And Ravan world is to cause you sorrow. That's the intention of the citizens of that country. So they pretend to be police. They pretend to be working for the police. And now somebody tells you that this guy is not a police, but he's going to pretend that he's a police. And he's going to try to threaten you to maybe remove some cash from you or, take some bribe from you. Okay. How would you react?
Definitely, I'll feel bad. So inside, I will feel that pain will be there. That's for sure.
Pain will be there. But
Yeah, because see, taking sorrow is again up to me. If I
no, for
take
sure.
only, ah,
Yeah, for sure. Just understand the story. The story is, I'm telling, okay, Vijit Bhai, one person will come. He's not a policeman. He's not a policeman. He will wear like a policeman. He'll come to you and he will try to threaten you. How are you going to react in that scenario? He's not a policeman, but he will pretend to be one. And I will tell you from the beginning, he's a liar, basically. He's from Ravan's kingdom and he will think that he's a lawmaker and he's coming to you. How will you react?
yeah, I will observe the situation. If I see he's going to get violent and attack me, then I will, yeah, give him what he wants and then try to save my myself. Yeah.
But if you know that he's a false policeman, he's not real. He's just pretending to be. He's an
May
actor.
may may I say something,
Yes,
Arif
please.
bhai? In this situation, it will be very entertaining actually.
Exactly.
I'll be amused actually inside and outside. I'll be pretending and I'll be. It will be a source of entertainment actually. That inside I'll be smiling. Means
Yeah. So
enjoying
you
that. You know
haven't,
how good or bad he's acting now. I'll
yeah.
try to assess his acting.
Exactly. And you haven't done anything wrong, by the way. Okay. So you
Yeah.
are on the truth. You know that you have not done anything wrong. You know that this person is false. Kingdom of Ravan is false. It's not true.
Correct.
Okay. So then there will not be any fear. You will not
Yeah.
give them anything. You will not even give them tea or anything, because you
Yeah.
know somebody has
Yeah.
already told you, you know.
Uh, I'll try to act better than him. I'll become super Ravan.
Exactly. Very, very nice. Okay. You will try to act better than them that, oh, you are policeman. Come, come, come. You know. And maybe, you got a call from the actual, superintendent saying that somebody like this will be coming. Then you will even more, have that power. Okay. So this is what is happening to the world. This is exactly what is happening to us. Baba has already told us that there is this false people who have false intention and they are everywhere in your houses, inside you, outside you, in every city, every country, every village, every place. They are everywhere. They will come to you and they will come to you because they are being ruled by this king who is the king of falsehood. Okay. So I am there. I am giving you this information. You do not have to worry about anything because these people are false. And second thing is, you also know that their intention is to make you feel sorrow. And if you know that they are going to be there and they are going to make you feel sorrow, that's their game. That's their game plan that they want to make you will not feel, you will not get into it. No. If you know somebody is purposely trying to do something, you will not react. Okay. Unless you don't have faith of the one who has actually explained you, like, he's there to protect you. You don't have to worry. And second thing is, you don't really understand that it is Rava's world. When this is not there, then there will be reaction. Okay. So the next time somebody comes, actually, this is anti what I'm saying, the power to see good. But the power to see good and to understand what is going on. Okay. The power to see good, but also to understand what is going. When we see good, it doesn't mean that we don't see what is happening. I think recently Baba said in the Murli, you remain stable even though you know that there is something good and there is something bad. Even though you know that, but you just keep your focus. Okay. I can't remember exactly when was the Murli, but it was quite recently. Yeah. So we need to understand Ravan first in order for us to be able to see good. Okay, so now how do we see good? Okay, attention and understanding Rama is prerequisite to enjoy. Yes. So you know that, this is the world of, people trying to hate each other. Okay, so hurt people. You must have heard this saying. But not always. Sometimes we see compassion, kindness, uniqueness, and concern from others also. People come and support and all that. So, what is happening is actually Ravan has made everyone completely lose their awareness. It's the other way. Baba is waking our awareness. Ravan has made people sleep. And when Ravan has made people sleep, what they're going to do is they're going to show Ravan's thing, but inside deeply, they are also good. Their nature is good. Okay. So, how to shift this is to realize first, this is the work. They are going to do this. I don't need to react. Secondly, to understand that deep inside, Ravan is just manipulating, has made people lose their awareness, and therefore is using all these people to go everywhere and try to create his world, to expand his world. So if I react, I go to that camp. The moment I react, I go to that camp. Okay, because I've been told all souls are good. All souls are peace, love, happiness, etc., etc. Okay. But instead of seeing that, what do I see? I see the Ravan's projection. And I forget about this. Yes.
Arif, what if suppose I received a very nice information about Ravan? I don't know, I read somewhere that he's a very nice person. He's like really what we hear. He's Shiva's devotee and he's so good, he's so powerful. He's not bad at all. He's something nice. And that person who comes and tells me that it's Ravan, I think I should question him first. A kind of sometimes we hear this kind of information. Why do you burn Ravan? Ravan is not that bad. What if suppose that kind of information we get? You said see the good. What if I get good information itself about Ravan?
Yeah. Not only people have said that, but Baba has said that Ravan also is working for me only. I am the one who have sent him, you know. So scriptural context and ideas are scriptural context and ideas. But in reality, when sorrow increases, it is an opportunity to wake up also. So you can look at it like that as well. In fact, the reality is there is no Ravan.
Yeah, I
There
was
is no
about to just
Ravan.
say that. There's no Ravan. It's all our way of looking at things and the way of beliefs that we have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just a question of time and the soul journey. So basically, it's just when we separate from the truth for a long period of time and the energy drops so much that now falsehood has taken over. And that is what is Ravan. There is no Ravan, there is no 10 heads, there is no burning, there is nothing, nothing like that. Okay. And is it good or bad? In reality, there is no good and bad even. Okay. It is just the state of the soul. When the state of the soul becomes so weak, it cannot function properly. And so what happens is it starts kind of shaking and it has to hang on to anything that it can get. Okay. So some people actually get, they feel good when they give pain to others people. So at least they feel that, okay, we are all, like I'm in sorrow. And if others also are in sorrow, then we are all same, then it's fine. Like this kind of thinking also comes up. So many different variety of thinking.
Yeah,
What
yeah. To
Baba-
add on to what you said right now, there's also a place where people feel very powerful when they suppress people or they dominate people. Oh, I'm powerful than them. It's a
Yeah.
different.
I have seen a lot of angry people who are very fearful. They are super fearful, and therefore they use anger to actually hide their weaknesses. I've seen that in my own life, many people who are angry, So the reality is to be able to have that far vision where you can see that this person is not a bad person, but this person is a weak person, a sick person. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to find something that can give them some kind of relief, you know. So that's why I said, people who are hurt, of course, like when you have a headache and somebody comes and tells you, it's very easy to become angry, right? So there is pain already inside me. And if I find any chance, I just lash out to other people, you know. I just, so there are many versions, there are many versions that it can come out. So, but now what is the solution? How do we work around this? Okay. So the first thing is we need to first what is, understand Ravan's purpose, and then we need to create a shift because now the secret has been revealed. Okay. The secret has been revealed that this person is going to come to me and is going to try and shake me. But if I know there are two things that happen, Baba says, no, paper tiger. So when paper tiger is there, I know there is nothing they can do to me. Like one brother said that it's my stage. So I have to keep my stage in such a way that I'm aware, first of all, what is going on. And secondly, I don't react. Okay. So that's very, very, very crucial and important to be able to apply. Okay. So now, if we
Uh,
want, yes,
Arif Bhai, I just had a doubt. Why at all introduce the concept of a Ravan? Like a mother, when she tells a story to a child at bedtime and all, she will say about how good the person was and how an evil thing comes. And then somebody comes and kills the evil, and the king is happy hereafter. Why they bring that concept itself of a Ravan? Why not in itself make that soul realize you are that? That's your origin. Why make one soul called, whether it's fictional or abstract, why make that soul called Ravan and make that person as a evil force? Why
yeah,
is that concept given at all?
because it is very painful to think that this is you. It is very painful. So when we create a character, then it shifts that, to, it's easy to detach from it. Okay. So when you create this character, fictitious character, you know, like we were children, exactly the same thing, like mother would say to the chair that, oh, very bad. Why you hit, my child? So mother will go and hit the chair and the child will be quiet. You notice this in your life? You
Yeah,
know,
and
Mm.
that becomes the
often,
foundation of the
often mothers do
sanskar.
that. And say, oh, bad boy, why you hit my child? And then they will go and hit that chair, they say,
But Arif by doing that is where we first build the foundation of sanskar of putting the blame on others and
Exactly.
play.
Then many chairs he'll create.
There are many chairs, So then we create a character called Ravan or Shaitan. And then we put the whole blame to that. so that basically just to calm the crying child. Okay. But then we don't stop there. Once we have Gyan, then we can come back and approach because it's too difficult. If somebody is going through that pain and sorrow, there's no way you can, because why we have pain and sorrow is because we have been absorbed by that energy. And when you are absorbed by that energy, there's no way you can come out. Therefore, you need that intermediate thing, just temporarily. Once you have Gyan, then you don't need that. You know that, this is the fact. Okay. So it's just a temporary thing, but yeah, it's very important not to leave it there, to come back slowly as the child grows. The child understand that no, it's nothing to do with the chair. I need to be careful.
Then the mother can sit on that chair.
And mother can sit and say that, okay, fine, see, the chair is not bad. It's not doing anything wrong to you. Just be careful when you walk. So like Baba is teaching, I have said this before also. When we are in a Murli classroom, there is KG, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all are sitting in the same. Now, if you are a teacher and if you had to teach this kind of group, this is how our Murli class is, no? All of them are there. The little babies, the grown up, and Baba is teaching all of them at the same time. So imagine it's very difficult. Like imagine you are a teacher and they put all the grades in one classroom and tell you, okay, now teach them. You know, if you go too low, those people who are in higher classes will not benefit. If you go too high, the younger ones will not benefit. Baba is teaching all of them, you know. So it's a huge task for a teacher. You need a teacher like Baba to actually be able to do that. And he's done all the best to be able to send us this message. Okay. So maybe that's for another time, but to understand this, that I understand what is the purpose. If this purpose intention is to come and harm me, and I need to create a shift. How can I create a shift? Is very simple. I choose to focus on the good. Yeah. So why do I choose to focus on the good when I can see good and bad? Okay. Why do I choose to focus on the good? I choose to focus on the good. Okay. Why? Because I know, when somebody is trying to be tricky on me. Now that we understand the concept of Ravan's world, why do I choose to focus on the good?
Because he originally good. You understand that.
We understand that that person originally is good, is controlled by, at the moment, let's continue with the Ravan story, controlled by the Ravan, and is doing this under the direction of Ravan. He's not doing himself. So he's not at fault. He's just being, what you call, he's being controlled by that, person. Like, sometimes, and then slowly, when you engage to this person, you start noticing that he is not bad. He's just trying to implement what he's been told by Ravan, and he's trying to create sorrow. You get it? So,
Or
Arif bhai,
maybe it's a caution. I don't want to become Ravan. If suppose I don't focus on the good, if I just see the bad, the bad, then oh my God, I will become an example of Ravan. So maybe
exactly,
cautioning myself.
exactly. Yeah. Then you will become that. Yeah. You will actually fulfill Ravan's dream,
Hmm.
because that's what he wants to do.
We will go for and have a tea together.
Yeah, somebody else was saying so.
yeah,
So,
that's why Baba tells us that everyone is an actor.
Yes. Yes, exactly. There you go.
I could relate this. Everyone is acting either in the influence or without the influence of Ravan. I mean,
Exactly.
some degree of Ravan is always there under the
Always
background.
there. Always there.
So it's very it makes one very easy, I think, very
Yeah.
light by
Yeah.
deep understanding that.
yeah,
there is the influence of Ravan, and therefore I should not take it very seriously. I mean that way, and take it
exactly.
easy and just focus on the goodness,
Yes,
original
yes,
goodness. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And I used to
Ano-
have a friend. Yeah, please.
Another thing is, if we look at from everything being benevolent, as Baba says, whatever happens happens for good.
Yeah.
And see, as mentioned earlier, also, if they come from Ravan's world, we also come from Ravan's world. Okay,
You
because
see?
nobody here is from the golden age. Everybody's getting themselves
Yes.
prepared in the golden age. As it says that all your karmic accounts will show up in this time. So if we go to the law of karma, then the best way to get settled with this and be one with this is, it's my karma coming back, not in the space of blame, but
Yeah,
grazing your own self. Oh, I'm free from it now. And the
yeah,
other soul is also free from it. Whatever has been done is getting completed now. Yeah,
yeah,
and that requires a lot of awareness. And as you rightly said, all of this duality has happened because we have not been aware. And this all is coming up to get us back to the state of awareness.
yeah, 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 yeah. And this is exactly very good because we wake up when these challenges are there, and we'll find a new way. We'll find a new way. We won't get in, like, somebody traps you, traps you, traps you, and you keep being trapped. Then one moment you say, no, now I will wake up, you know.
Yeah, that's like river, no? When they face with the mountain around, they will change the path.
Exactly.
Rather
Yeah.
than beating up themselves with the mountain, and that doesn't mean that they give up on the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever everything is ready, we again
Yeah.
back together.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Arif bhai, one more thing. When we were in the golden age,
Yeah.
that time the Ravan birth was not there.
Yeah.
Ravan Raj was not there. The
Yes.
moment we entered into the Dwapar age,
Yeah.
the Ravan entered and he quickly captured the entire, world,
Yeah.
Ravan Raj.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
therefore, his Ravan's energy will definitely is there omnipotent. Baba says na
Yes.
that
Of course. Of course.
uh,
I told you, no, in the
uh,
houses, in the
कण
country,
कण
in
में
the everywhere.
कण
Everywhere.
कण कण में भगवान नहीं है कण कण में
And
रावण
can
है
we Ravan?
माया बाबा कहते हैं कि सर्वव्यापी है
Maya
नॉट
is
बाबा
exactly, exactly,
सर्वव्यापी concept ना
exactly,
so
exactly.
therefore that means Ravan has given the I mean जैसे Baba is given a new birth to Brahmins and
Yeah.
created Brahmins
Yeah.
similarly Ravan gives this false birth from Dwapar.
Yes.
And then the souls automatically start following the customs and traditions of
Yeah.
Ravan.
Yeah. The kingdom
And
starts growing, no? The
kingdom
kingdom
starts
is
growing,
now, yeah, now is
expanding.
flourishing. It's
Now he
the,
is flourishing. He is very much happy because his is like artificial intelligence, generative AI, where
yeah,
Ravan doesn't do anything. His so many people are there. They are acting as a source for the
well
Ravan
done, well
world.
done, well
They are
done.
carriers of this. So unknowingly or knowingly, we
Yeah,
become carriers of this Ravan kingdom
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
expand
So
it, help Ravan
he
in his expanding.
yeah, he has become so good, and he's got
Yeah,
so much people with them that Ravan is just sitting doing nothing,
yeah.
you
He's
know?
good. Now we are only helping his empire grow, no?
Exactly, perfectly.
So it's like a virus. Suppose some virus has been lashed out, and then that virus multiplies, and every computer is now contaminated with a virus. So automatically it will create a havoc
We call that,
until unless you reboot the system,
yeah,
and
we call it
it will format
self-destruction, no? We are in a
formatting.
self-destructing mode. So we are
Yeah.
destroying ourselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Arif, just to add one thing over here, I think it is just you wrote there preparing a shift. So I think the faith or God, whoever has brought this concept of Ravan and me, wants me to understand that blame game. Anything goes wrong, I'll say, oh God, it's not me, it's my nature. Oh God, it's not me, it's time. So we ourselves are created. So the blame game shift, or maybe to understand Kali Yuga better. Why? Why I was like that? Why I am like that? So maybe to make me understand Kali Yuga better, or to shift that blame game, that concept is also there. I think it's just like a self-corrective measure which is given to us.
Yeah. Yeah, we can look at it like that as well. So, I'll tell you a little story. I used to have a friend, and I still have the friend. I have a friend basically, and whenever I used to go and meet, he had one habit. He will always talk about people, and whenever any mention Ombai or anyone, he would say, "Oh, he's such a wonderful person. He is so helpful." You know, this is how his way is. Then I went and I saw Ombai, and I didn't see him, very helpful. He was like, chasing me away or something like that. Then I would go back to him. Again, he will say the same thing. Ombai is very, very helpful, you know. And I was wondering, why, when I see that in my experience, this guy, and then I thought maybe, to him, he's very helpful because he's such a nice guy. Okay. Then slowly, slowly, one day I told him that, look, you say this all the time, everybody's, like good for you. Everyone is good for you. I'm not experiencing this when I meet these people. Then he said that, actually this idea came to me partly because of this conversation with this person. And I said that, so what is it like, He said, look, I have a habit. Anybody that I see, I pick two things that are good. Okay, so we go to the next part. I pick two things that are good in that person, and I just see those two good things. Okay, yeah, one or two, whatever it is, because everybody has at least one thing that is good. And I just focus on that one good thing about that person. Anybody that I meet, I just, when I'm meeting them for the first time, they will say, they will act in any way. I will just find one good thing about that person and I will just focus on that one good thing. And then what happens is, this is the result of it, that every time, okay, when we are able to hold, consciously choosing to hold that vision, okay, then what happens is the positive vision of others, okay? So when we are able to hold true positive vision of others, we realize, we release them from the prison we have collectively created. The prison built from the trap of believing that negativity is the ultimate truth. This shift in perspective opens the door to healing and genuine connection with that other person. Okay. So basically, the moment I see something good in that other person, then that other person has a feeling, they have a feeling that, oh, this person is seeing something good in me. And then what they do is they now move slightly from that Ravan's conditioning and they are able to see that real self, because every time I see the negativity, what I'm doing is I am actually encouraging that Ravan's part in that other person. So if I am doing something bad, somebody sees something bad in me, then what I do, I confirm that this is what I am. Okay. But if somebody sees that good part in me, or keeps on throwing that part of me that is good, then what happened? It helps me come out of that prison and helps me see that, okay, I might have 10 bad things, but I have one good thing. Let me focus on that. So when I focus on something good on the other person starts focusing in that good part, at least when dealing with me. And then I keep seeing something more, like more of the good of that other person. And then slowly, slowly, this other person is able to transform. And I am not taking anything from Ram. I have not touched anything from Ram. Okay. So this is what I felt was something that can create the shift with myself also. So how do I do it for myself? When I start blaming myself, when I start criticizing myself, when I start saying bad things about myself, I also look, okay, I have this good, this good, this good also. Okay. Yes, maybe I have done something which was not good or nice, but I have realization, that, oh, this was bad. At least I have that sense. So you can do it for yourself also, transform yourself, encourage yourself that, look, you are a good person. Baba says, no, the last one has recognized me. So that is such a great thing by itself. You understand? And so that's how you start transforming yourself. You start creating habit of seeing good in other people. you know it doesn't mean that you don't know, you're Buddhu, you don't understand that this person has come from Ravan and is doing Ravan thing. You understand that totally, but you choose to focus on the good of that person, and you start noticing not only transformation in yourself, transformation in your family, transformation in your workplace, transformation in your society, transformation everywhere. And that's what Baba wants us to do. So this is a little bit of sharing that I had, and I thought that, maybe this would be useful to start something, good, and as something that you can do if you like. Just take all the, let's say, 20 people in your life that you are regularly in touch with. Some people that maybe daily or weekly, and write the 20 names of those people, and like they are in contact with you, immaterial, whether they're good or bad or whatever they're doing, just the names of these people. And beside the name of these people, I would like you to write two things that are good about these people. Okay, forget about everything else. There might be even people that are, you know creating animosity or creating problem for you. Just write them and find two things and write beside the two things. Okay, and for the next time, as much as you want to practice, just start reading the name and speaking those two good things that you have for these people. Okay, and some will have more, but just focus on one or two only. Okay, and just repeat these things. 20 people, names of 20 people, two good things of each. So you'll have 40 points about this person. And if there is nothing at all, you know just just create something, you know and see that, okay, they might be a little bit like this. Okay, they might be, responsible parents. They might be, on their own, maybe they are very bad, but with other people maybe they have something good. Okay, so I'll stop here if there's any
Oh,
question.
by put a point, it's a very good way of celebrating Diwali, and that exactly was resonating with me as well. It- It's very easy to give physical gifts. It's very easy to give physical sweets,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's very easy to be goody goody with people.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the best way is, can I
yeah,
give this as a gift, whether
yeah.
I speak or I do it from my mansa? Uh, Let me take this.
Yeah, actually, yeah, just sit before Diwali. Now there is time,
Yeah,
sit down
yeah.
and write your 20 list, okay? And then maybe you can increase, and then slowly, automatically, everyone you see, you are not, don't, don't mistake yourself to be somebody naive or anything like that. You are not naive. You understand what is going on, and you choose to free these people. Just imagine that, they're all in prison, Ravan's prison, which he calls the kingdom, but actually it's a prison, and you want to release them because it's Diwali.
Yeah.
Arif, but it looks like for me a self-advertising. They say buy one, get one free. So I think uh, in Diwali offers and all, like we are
Yeah,
sending people to come to our Diwali party and all. That's what they do. No, Diwali
yeah,
party is the thing. I think instead of this is of course a mental thing. If I just go and tell people, come here, I'll see a speciality. No, it could be a kind of a bog off we call, buy one, get one free. And that way, maybe we could attract a few people through our minds over here instead of just exchanging it with sweets and all. I
Yeah,
think that's a good Diwali offer.
yeah, yeah.
And also, when we speak to people, there could be a different way of context. You know, everybody
Definitely.
call us, most of the time we call them as, oh, happy Diwali, and what are you doing, and all of that stuff. I think it's going to be, if you start with an gratitude of their presence in your life,
Yeah, yeah,
their
yeah,
qualities, I'm sure the entire mood and the momentum goes to a different level.
yeah.
Like I will share a practical example. Yesterday we had virtual Diwali celebration in office after 3 years. After COVID, the whole office has gone almost work from home kind of an approach. And there
Yeah.
was no thought as to, because everybody is spread across the country, so coming together becomes a little challenging. Yeah. So what to do? There was an idea that came in. Okay, let's have a virtual Diwali celebration, and
Mm,
I think that 1.5 hour was we living those 3 years. Like everybody was surprised the way the time they heard that it's going to be Diwali celebration virtually. The context was there's a celebration, and we actually did not feel that it was a virtual celebration.
yeah, yeah. Very nice.
Mhm.
So before we leave, there are some people who have not really participated, and I would like to hear one thing that they would like they are taking away from today, maybe by chat if they can't speak, so that we have a full kind of feedback for because this is about inclusive, right? So all those people who have not said or put any point, especially, and those who like to, what is it that you're taking away from today? Just one small thing, even one word. If you can just put it on the chat box, or if you'd like to speak also, we have a few minutes. Sweet gift box, yeah. Thank you. Diwali gift. Sridhar Bhai, Rohani Raj, Pramila, haven't heard from you. Lata, love all, hate none. Chandra Kalaben, and yeah, Gangrahak. Yeah, I don't know that word, but yeah, okay. All is beautiful, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I think this is a very simple uh, tool that everyone can use. Just caution is that, when you try to do something, sometimes, Ravan will suddenly wake up and try to, tell you that, how this will work, or, it might be difficult, or this one. Just understand that Ravan is also inside you. So listen to the inside one and also outside one. Don't be deluded. Just Baba has clearly mentioned to us and has said that focus on the great sanskars will then automatically finish the weak sanskar, the great sanskars. And the great sanskars has to do with virtues and goodness. So we have 1 minute of silence and then we can all.
Uh, Arif bhai, that's why that concept of detached observer Baba has given to us, that our own dictates of our own mind sometimes come into between the right understanding, So that's why just detach. That's what I think you're trying to hint that give a
From your thoughts as well, yeah. From
yeah,
your thoughts, because your
yeah.
thoughts keep on lying to you. Your thoughts
Yes, yes.
keep on lying to you, yeah. Shanti. Have any announcements?
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Arif Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day. And wishing you all a very happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.